All right, hello and welcome, welcome, welcome. Another day, another zoom in on the political situation, and Prussia's in another war. Though it looks like they took over Bohemia from Austria. That's good to know. That's pretty interesting. Ottoman Empire has expanded a bit, or rather, has deflated a bit. Egypt with the border gore doesn't give a crap. I think it'd be fun to play as the Ottoman Empire and try and unify all of the kind of Islamic North Africa through the Middle East or something like that. I don't know. I've been parsing what our next run might be. Who knows? Maybe something like Portugal, 3 provinces, limited population. But either way, here we are. We're in Japan. A lot of things that we're trying to do. One of the major things is that we want to start taking our military and shoving it more and more over here into the line infantry. We're not going to skirmish yet, but line infantry. And we're going to also do a number of other things. Get it onto mobile artillery and get, I think everything else is standardized. And we just need to implement that change across our market. So if we look here, we have huge artillery shortages already. So we need to kind of retool our weapons factory. We want way, way, way more coffee. As our people improve their quality of lives and get better jobs, they want more coffee as a luxury. So that's one of the things we need overseas. We also need to up our bureaucracy because we're enacting poor laws. And then look at all this stuff. Hardwood tea. Oh my God, look at the tea. $70 plus 40%. These are pretty insane luxury goods, a little bit of construction goods, and then many military goods. And then finally, we also need more explosives for the mining, more coal for energy. And on the side, we're also doing some electrification here. So if we go in here, we do have a power plant. It does have employment. And if we go over to... Oh, what's wrong with you? Why don't you get started on some cannon? That uses, iron? We can do iron for a minute. No, let's go straight to smoothbores. Let's aim for an economy that works. And look at the productive, let's make sure one weak tech spy here just to set everything back up. Oh, geez, we need some more cannons. So back to what I was talking about, though, is the logging camp going electrical sawmills. They need 26 energy. We come in here. Is energy distributable to different regions, I wonder? That's my question. Here we have this electricity thing ready. How much electricity do you need? 60. And if we look at this, our current production method is giving 50. So that should work, or can give up to 50. There'll be a shortage, but it should be okay. And then here, similarly, we've gone electric. So we're just waiting to see these employment numbers come up. And the electricity is insanely expensive. But as we employ more people and develop these industries, it should work. We're going to up the electrical productions here. Oh, that was the same place. There's also one here. Logging camp. Electric saws. And we could prioritize hardwood, but we need a lot of things. Revolutionary brewing. I do not know what happened to make them upset. Also, a new patch dropped. Let's see. Is it already enacted? Yeah. So see, now if we lower government wages, it hurts our prestige and it hurts the petit bourgeoisie as well. And then here, it just hurts a couple of different things. So what can we do? The peasants are very radical. What can I do to make you guys feel better about your lives? I don't know yet. But anyways, those are some of the major things that we're trying to do. We're trying to continue industrializing our country, even if it drives us into the ground. One thing that we have not talked about enough is that our isolation... that's a lot. That's a lot pretty quickly here. And I think that's because a recent event must have fired. How upset are you? 11? And the Buddhist monks, 10? What can I do to make you happy? Can I give you something? What can I do with you? Buddhist monks. Whoa, why are Buddhist monks getting... Oh, they're not getting modifiers. Okay. From faithless hordes. Okay, so an event. And insurrectionally interest groups. How is our radical situation? It is coming down, and loyalists are coming up. I'm going to watch this. We may have to cancel our poor laws here, which is really too bad. I'm assuming that they are hated. I mean, it's so good. It's so good. Why is this... I actually don't know why. What can I do for you? Is it because of the legal? Like, these groups don't have... Like, reform a government. What if I put you in here and yeeted them out? Then would you not have the support from the peasants? Yay. I want more legitimacy. If I put the peasants in, they are very upset. Who is supporting poor laws? It is supported by the industrialists. Okay. Well, let's just try and put in the peasants. They cannot because they're angry. Yikes. Leave this with me. I'm gonna try and figure out a solution that involves us not canceling this. I don't think that this law is what's pissing them off, is what's scaring me. So something happened in the update that has led these people to be quite upset because of the total separation of church and state. So I'll be back. But either way, the only reason that we've been able to, like, oh, I love that GDP chart. The reason we can do this is because we haven't been fighting in expensive wars, but now it's time to build up an army and be proud of ourselves. Look at this, some colonies doing colony stuff over here as well. Coffee, baby, coffee. Though we don't even have enough people to man the port, so we're not going to do that here just yet. Anyways, I'll be right back. Okay, so you may or may not like this, but I went into our budget, I reduced taxes all the way, and I decided to pay people a living wage, including the samurai, including the government wages, and I also removed any consumption taxes that we had. So now, bam, bureaucracy is very high, which is kind of cool, but secondly, these radicals kind of dipped down just a little sharply because we took away a bunch of costs for them. And then they have a lot of very high radicalism here, but it's not quite enough to keep pushing it further and further. So now we're just watching this value week after week kind of stay or go away. Not sure if I'm going to love the fact that I just got anarchism for free, because my people are literate and they looked it up on their own. What are we looking up, by the way? Reinforced concrete for the construction sector throughput, I do believe. But anyways, that's kind of some of the things that we have going on. Very cool. We can see the electricity is doing well. Our boys in the lumber mill are getting what they need. So that's all working. We just have the problems with the coffee. The coffee and now the hardwood. But I mean, at the same time, if I go to the logging camp and I say prioritize hardwood, it says, nah, bruh. Nah, you don't want to do that. So, I don't know. Also, this is not only negative, but it's red, which means that even if we were to stop constructing, we would still be negative. I'm not sure why that is. seeing as we have $90,000 in income. But I guess it's because temporary revenue is $68,000, and that would also go away if we stopped building, because they only want to fund us if we're building something. So that's pretty interesting. But keep going. Industrialists, we have been bolstering you forever. And now that the trade union has some support, I'd actually really like to bolster them as well. And maybe actually stop bolstering these bad boys here. And what else can we do? We can go into the political lens and go into decrees. Welfare payments won't help because they just don't exist yet. Encouraging industry would probably, like 20% throughput on a whole bunch of goods. I can't imagine that being anything but spectacular. So let's do that. And then also, Kanzai, you have enough infrastructure, but probably not enough that we can get rid of our edict. So either way, the revolution seems to have stemmed, though only as long as we can afford it. I'm just hoping that this law gets through, and then we'll see what happens, you know? We're trying our best here. We're doing what we can. And also here you can see some of like the common goods on our market that are really low in price. So iron, for instance. And then some that are really high in price, like grain, groceries, and fabric. So I think that we need to get more grocers kind of in our fold here. But I don't know what's going on. Why is this one struggling? And I think it's because it just never got anybody to... No one ever moved here. Seklin is this little sliver here. So there's just not enough people living here to actually work the shop. So it is what it is. Come on, baby. 41%. Do it live. Do it live. It's taking forever. All right, I'll see you soon. And real quick, I've been humming and hawing about this, but we did just expand our bureaucratic cap quite a bit just now. So I think what we're going to do is actually increase our colonization speed. That's going to eat up another, 400 bureaucracy, which is fine. And then we're still going to have plenty left over that if poor laws does pass, we should be good. Grassroots support for the law. Let's frickin' go. 20% enactment success or loyalists. No, I just want to enact this. Even if it helps the industrialists gain even more clout, I'm okay with that because they're a party I'm happy with. They've opened up my trade and my borders. And maybe that's the next thing here is like trade routes. What could we do? We could ask for tea. And I guess we're willing to pay for it because that'll improve the lives of the people in our country. But it's also going to stifle our domestic industry. Do we actually need sugar? Oh my, I did not realize that at all. Sugar I'm willing to import. Absolutely. Glass, fabric, we don't necessarily want to be producing that domestically either. I'm okay importing some of this. Again, we need convoys for all this stuff, but we've been building so many ports that we're kind of fine. And finally, there's coffee. Again, I want to build that up domestically, but for now, let's try and get some cheap goods into the country to try and level out these market prices here. You can see the market price chart kind of going down at least a little bit. Down a little bit. But as our people get wealthier, they're going to expect more and more of these goods, and we are absolutely struggling to stay ahead of this curve. Holy, it just came right back up. Holy. And let's look at some of these trade routes. Again, it says that we're losing money on some of these, so let's go ahead and limit. We don't need to import this stuff anymore, actually. Yeah, that's fine. Exporting our iron seems really smart. We've had a surplus in iron ever since we changed our export laws. There's so much paper. And then again, let's just make sure that we're export focused. So that way there's only a tariff if we're selling things, and there's no tariff for bringing things in. Which I like. I like that a lot. It means that the prices within our country should stay low because they're only going to send our goods overseas if it makes sense. But if the people need an input, then they can go and buy it, which is nice. Though, I mean, it can also harm our economy in different ways, but hey, that's kind of what trading's all about, you know? You gotta give, you gotta take. That's how that works. Also, you can see all this market access issues. You know what that means? We gotta go in here, we gotta look at our buildings, and we need more railroads. Oh my god, the more we build up our economy, the more infrastructure we need to support it all. And that means that we're also gonna have to go here, find our engine building factory, and up that as well. Because we know with 3 more railways on the way, we're gonna need more of that. Actually, like 4? No, just 3. Anyways, it's busy times, baby. Also, we're losing money, like, real hard. But at least we're not in a revolution. So, come on, just pass the poor laws, and then we can look to give something to the peasants, something to the Buddhist monks. Why are you so unhappy? We gave you charity hospitals. You should love us. I think it's just because of the 39% strength in the radical. There's just too many radicals in this party. And then the peasants, what about you? 21 strength is radical, but 4 is loyalist. So hey, just look at this. Loyalists going up, radicals staying the same. Population going up, standard of living going up, GDP skyrocket. Literally is like a vertical line. You can't tell me that's not a vertical line. So anyways, let's try and get through this little crisis that we have going on here, and then we'll see what happens. We did it, baby. We finally got it. So welfare payments. Yo, they do get less political strength when you're on welfare. Poor Laws is providing social security, level 1, plus 10% welfare payments. What is welfare payments? Fraction of normal wage which pops receive welfare payments from the state. All right. So is that one of our costs now? Welfare payments, 4.65K down here. Okay. And I don't even mind upping that. Like, I'm all about welfare, baby. I'll pay for it. I don't know with what money we're going to pay for it. Are we finally in debt? Oh, we just crossed into debt. So now, though, we have welfare. It means that we can go back to taxing. And probably back... we could have put a consumption tax, but then I have to stop some policies. So that's fine. And then we go into our bureaucracy. And we're going to up it, baby. It's really going to limit the political strength of the groups on welfare. But I should have done a better job and prevented them from needing welfare to begin with. So that's nice. Now people are going to start not loving us as much. And that's fine. Let's also, like, as much as I love the samurai being at least happy with us for this minus 10 military cost, let's just lower it a little bit here. So you're not loving us. We could piss off a couple other groups, but the petit bourgeoisie is giving us more bureaucracy right now. They're very happy, so we could probably get away with this for now. And hey, the revolution, baby, now that that isn't being passed. There is still some counter-revolution stuff happening here. But I'm not interested in these laws at all. So screw it. I don't care. Government. Let's talk about the government. Do we have laws that we like? I mean, I would love to move to some sort of parliamentary system. I would love... Wow, look at the industrialists. They hate universal suffrage. Wow, okay. So trade unions are aligned to the things that I want right now. Censorship right to assembly. This would really piss off the Buddhist monks, I'm telling you. And we could do this just to make them happy, but I kind of hate it. I love propertied women. The monks are pissed. The landowners are pissed. The peasants are pissed. Why do the peasants hate women's rights? Yeah, I think we gotta cool it on some laws here for a minute. I really need to, like, we're getting a ton of money from the industrialists being so big in our party system, but, like, we need to change who has the power, because it's not working for everyone here. And let's have a look here. We're getting a ton of new glassworks, then we need more railways, then we're gonna finally get some more workshops, which is nice. Everything's good, everything's fine. We do need to, or at least I need to, go out and find these goods. They have come down a bit since we've opened up those trade routes, but I need to go and get more silk plantations, more fruit, and more coffee. And where are we gonna get those, baby? Well, let's just say I've got some ideas. Boom. Now we want to put them in places that have peasants. In fact, I might even put these coffees to the front of the queue. And I said to the front of the queue, but I do want to finish some of these. I mean, look, the amount of construction's actually getting all the way down there, and I also want these railways. You just can't prioritize everything at the same time, right? It's just impossible. We also need some silk. So again, revenue is maximized here, here, here. We need some sugar, which we can get. Western. Oh, a new production method. Wooden ships, baby. Let's have a look at that here right now, actually. And then finally, we do need some fruit as well, which I know we do have some peasants available for doing some of that. And then finally, there's logging. I mean, like, there's so many profitable industries for us. It's a bit whack. Sulfur. Iron is bad. Gold is good. I mean, we could even prioritize more gold, but... Oh, I just, you right here. You don't need this. No, any people that move to this place need to go straight into the gold mine. Are they, they're Aboriginal. So why are we not attracting any, why are we not attracting any Japanese people to move here? I wonder. Because you would think that they would like it here. It's got medium attraction. Can we see that? Like, just zooming out, attraction. So a lot of our islands are attractive. We could do a green grass campaign, but I'm not that worried about oil. Like, or not oil, gold. What do we have here? Newspaper. Standard of living for Anu people. Look, we're very discriminatory in our society because there's just not that many people living in Japan that we have to worry about. And then finally, yeah, let's look at the shipping industry here. So buildings, shipyard. You could be building reinforced wooden hulls. That would make hardwoods go crazy. And also engines. But I actually think that's fine, because if we go all in on the hardwood here... and then we go to our buildings industry... and we go to our rural... I think we can finally shift into a kind of hardwood focus, and then that should be fine. We just need to make both changes at once to dial it in. Then let's go find our shipyard, and look at that, it's working. We just plummeted the cost of hardwood and upped the price of wood, but not so badly. And now we can use more hardwood in different processes. We have to look into what we can use that hardwood for, but I'm gonna look at it now. All right, and I found another opportunity here. Furniture factories. We can go either in for precision tools, which would use a lot of wood, or go for luxury furniture production. Right now, we have a little bit of a mix, but if we just lean into it a little bit more, that's another source of hardwood. Oh, excuse me. And then another thing that we could do is The arms industry. What are you saying here? So cannons need steel, but muskets need hardwood, right? So what we need to do is up the arms industry that we need. Why are you so unhappy? Would you be better on small arms? No. Let's have a look at these arms industries and see why they are not being successful. Because the value of cannons is so low in small arms. Well, we can fix that. You guys, we're ready. Right? We don't want cannon, we want field. All right. So now, let's let a week go by and look at our arms industries here. Boom, baby. Profits. I mean, it's only profitable because we're the ones buying. But now these two goods, which are extremely cheap, are good to go here. And we just finished the Meiji Restoration. So let's talk about this. A renewed Japan. The Japanese Empire shall rise. So 15% weekly innovation and gain a claim on, I'm assuming that's Yosan? Yep. We need powerful friends or railway building output. Look, man. Claims, baby. Claims. We ain't nothing but mammals. Can we look at the development here and see that they are using line infantry and mobile artillery? So China is using advanced things. They're also using first aid. So embarrassingly, they are ahead of us. Follow the samurai. Let them keep their status as official officers. Bufaku. The era of them is over. I mean, look, I will take 5 years of slower military innovation to not have a civil war right now. Because that would be 80% of officers and 50% of servicemen in our country. That's more than half of our army. No, thank you. They can stay there, but trust me, you're being phased out. They got grandfathered in. They're grandfathered in. It's fine. You know, over the next 5 years, we'll slowly kind of phase out, change the policies. You know, the new blood will come in and start kicking them out. But as long as we don't do it all at once, you know, they're the frog in the hot water, and we're just going to dial up the heat instead of throwing them straight into something that's boiling. Stamp out revolution. Now, can we declare an interest? So we already have many interests declared. Very cool. I want to declare an interest here, but I guess we already have that. So we want it here because we have a claim on Yosan, and we could now, once we have an interest here, look to go to war. They have 700 battalions though, so we to be able to go against the Qing dynasty, we need to destroy them in military capacity, which will not be all that easy, I don't imagine. But it's something that we can probably do. Honestly, let's start lining ourselves up for skirmish infantry and start looking at what we need. Bicycles need rubber, okay. And first aid. We could already do first aid, but I don't want to get opium, man. Opium is what you need, though. Yikes. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do. I know we have a malice to military technology, but at the same time, I'm not sure. Can we see how much technology they have? They have 29%. We're 50% more literate than them. They are struggling. We only have 7 flotillas. They have more flotillas. We need more navy, don't we? And our GDP just came down. Crap. But look at our quality of life, man. Yo, let's go. All right, we're going to gear up so that eventually we can go to war with China. It'll hopefully be soon, but we're working on it. All right, baby, we just got 15% more construction sector throughput. Let's go. So that's freaking awesome. We're going to build even faster. We're now getting building level cap, economies of scale. Your current national cap for economies of scale is plus 30. So that's fine. More cap. I think we have a mine in Kyushu that's for coal that's above 30. So that's fine to me. I don't really care that much about it. We know we want rubber and a couple other things. We have a malice in this stuff, but at the same time, 3 years to research, field work, 12 months to research. Yeah, I don't know, man. Human rights seem okay. Socialism is already happening for us. Which I don't mind. Nationalism. Civilizing mission. Malaria prevention does sound nice. And then finally, there's just more money. More minting. That's kind of nice. I think we want to stick to the production side. And I think that getting more steel makes a lot of sense. But so does just chemical plants getting fertilizer. But right now we're using all our chemical plants for bombs. So it's really something difficult, isn't it? Food industries being improved, I can imagine being pretty big, actually. Because we need more cheap food in our country. I think that's one of the things that will really help our people feel better about their lot in life, really. Is just cheaper luxuries, cheaper goods. Lead, why are you so expensive? Fruits and vegetables, why are you so hard? What are we getting soon? Logging camps, gold mines, sulfur mines. Well, let's add a lead mine to the to it. Revenue. Again, we gotta watch the peasants here. And there we go. All right, now let's go and fix our economy here as well. We did get into a positive for gold reserves, but it's very quickly coming down. But then it goes back up. What can I say? So, our revolution was going down, and then down, and then down. And then something happened. It spiked the issues that we were having, and now we have radicalism pretty deep here. Pretty deep. Not sure exactly what happened. I've just been chilling out, building things, lots of railways and furniture things, trying to get the resource market sorted out. I don't know. Maybe it's the drop in hardwood prices that have got like lumberers. Are you upset now? Your cash reserves are going down. I'll make one of you guys go to softwood. How about that? That should help balance the economy. There you go. There you go. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Oh, God. We're about to have a revolution. So, instead of having a revolution, what if we did freedom of conscience? And that de-radicalized our people. You want freedom of conscience? Now you're placated. And then this, wait for it. It goes down. Right, month after month. Go down, you're at 92, go down again. Saving game, don't worry about it. Saving game. Yeah, there we go. So we can do that for a bit. And then, I don't know. I kind of hate that it's not total separation of church and state. Hopefully it fails to pass. And then as these people are placated and radicalism comes down instead of up after a while, things get better. But we are, I don't know what's wrong with our economy. Please make more money. I don't know. Make more money, because we're not making enough money right now. Also, glass. Why is glass so goddamn expensive? Can we get an import route on glass? Ah, yikes. No, I don't want that. I don't want that at all. What about our trade routes? Do we have bad trade routes? We've got some inactive ones. We're making some money here. Japanese market is expensive on some of these items, so we're getting some in from overseas. I mean, all of this seems to make sense to me. We're also exporting some where we have lower prices, so I'm pretty happy with the setup. We just need to make more money. We are not making oodles of cash, and our people are very, very upset. And we need to improve their lot in life or let them get a law under their belt that will placate them for a time. Also, we need these railways on board here. Now, what are railways consuming? I'm pretty sure. I am pretty sure we're talking about wood, coal, and then engines. And engines are starting to see another, not a spike, but it's going to as the next like 8 railways come online. So let's just prevent having a catastrophe and jump ahead of these engines. It's a hard not life, man. And then what about you, lumberyard? Could we maybe get some more softwood? I think going all in on hardwood was a little bit too much. But it is what it is. And then finally here, let us get some skirmish infantry going. And by that I mean way, way too much for our economy. That is going to spike some things, but it's about time that we get started on our munitions. So actually, let's expand this wherever, actually just a whole bunch of places, I think. One of them right away, and then, well, maybe a couple of them right away. And then our whole economy has now shifted, and we have better riflemen coming into play. Let's see it. You guys are going to tell me that you have huge shortages of munitions. Absolutely true, but that's fine. That's how it goes. We did get our cannons and arms factories into a healthy spot using some of the really cheap iron in our country. I think we should keep expanding on those services and then maybe even bolster our military further. Again, it's expensive, and it's been leading to us, you know, running deficits. But everything I've done has led to deficits, so it must be good. See you soon. One thing that I didn't realize, too, though, is along with our groceries being very highly priced, so is the fish market. And I think that's because some of our canneries, if we do go and find the grocers, does use fish, right? Uses a lot of fish. We could, you know, go away from fish. It would make less groceries overall. It would make less profit and all these other things, but that is a possibility. I'm not sure that I love it. We could also change the production to prioritize grocery rather than liquor, but I actually like liquor being very cheap because then people buy it and are happy. Though food is, arguably food is pretty important as well. But I think that by upping our fishing industry, let's make sure that we're doing it in places where we have lots and lots of people. That's the thing I care about the most right now. Let's do a huge spending spree on fishing. I don't think whaling is all that hot right now. We could do a little bit more of it. And then we got to go into industry, and it's time to shipyard. We need more shipyards. And then on top of that, I know it's so many things that we're building, but on top of that, we need to keep making sure the arms industry is moving along. It is munitions, explosive shells. We could do that. I really would like rifling and stuff, but we're working on it. And smoothbores is not better because cannons are so much better. Just because we have iron and not steel. But this is good. This is so far so good. It's fine. Oh, and one thing I forgot to add to that is that, yes, we need more groceries, more grocers in general as well. So a whole bunch of those to hopefully use that additional fish production. Sulu. What? Why would... You have an overlord that is Italy. Why would I... Where is Sulu? How do I find you? Hold it. Click it. Okay. Is it really? It's this island right here. This? No, it's all of this. Okay, Northern Borneo. You want an island? Okay. And can I see your diplomacy? You're in a custom union and being bankrolled by the Italians. Why do I why would I want to do that with you? Make into tributary. Let's accept and see what happens from this. Okay, so we just got vacuum canning, which requires, or would output way more groceries, but requires oil and fish. And that actually works out really well, because as you heard, the last big thing that we did was queued up a ton of fishing wharves and whaling stations, which, I mean, if we just keep going with that, more whaling. Whaling's good, right? Everybody loves whaling. So we do that like crazy, and then honestly, same thing with the fishing. Just queue up a whole bunch of it. Then we are gonna be good to go. And I think that's gonna be amazing. Crusade for change. Constitutional Reform Party. I like that. Enactment success. No. Momentum to the Reform Party, baby. I mean, I want both of these interest groups in my government, so I don't know what's wrong with that. Though, the trade unions, let's look at that clout. Ever so slightly, coming up. So, that's something that we do like. Intelligentsia are quite unhappy with us right now. We are losing prestige because of that. But that's fine, it is what it is. Oh, and by the way, I've decided, let's do the vacuum cleaning now, so that the industries that we're building are immediately seen as profitable. Because the last thing we want is for instance, these whaling stations to not be turning a profit. Right? Now that the oil is so valuable, they're going to start hiring people on, and it's just going to make that much more sense. And luckily, freedom of conscience still hasn't gone through yet. So we might still have a chance to cancel it without a revolution happening. No. Intelligentsia, yes. Renowned playwright. Permanently 20 prestige. Let's do that. I actually don't even know. Current prestige 600. Look at that. Look at that GDP. Can we see where we are? We have the world's 4th largest GDP. It's still half that of the Qing Dynasty, but it's there, man. Holy. And let's see it in ranking again. Can we not go and just find someone to beat up that will acknowledge that we are, to make us a recognized great power? I wonder. We should be really looking for that recognition piece. Actually, let's look at our journal first. By the way, when we finished our enactment thing, I don't think we got anything for it. Just a couple of new events that came up, which were nice. The destruction, like we got those claims in Korea, but nothing too massive. Farms to factories. I mean, we're working it, man. We're working it. Expand the market. I would love to get some of this stuff. 20% cheaper than the base price? I wish. Anyway, we're working on it. Let's see. Diplomatic plays. Then in here, we should be able to say violate sovereignty, not what I want. Am I crazy? I thought there was a button in here that was like recognition. Like recognize my bloody country here. Is it in here? Ooh, is it in the diplomatic plays? Not diplomatic action. Yeah. So, force recognition. Apparently only Prussia and Great Britain. Italy might side with us, but we need to build up our army first. Great Britain, that seems like, yikes. Maybe, can we get closer to Italy right now? Like, Italy, why are we not closer? You've got some defensive pacts. You're allied to Algeria. Diplomatic plays. Alliance. Why won't you be in alliance with us? With an obligation, they would do this. And you're close to liking this. You're close. I think that as we increase our army size, they will be a more attractive ally. This is quite the screen though, eh? The dark black. Don't know if I like that. Okay, we just had an election, and the trade unions got enough of the vote that if we add them in, it actually helps our legitimacy, because they can work together with the Constitutionals and the Free Trade Party. So, like, we're feeling pretty good about this, right? They want to join the Constitutional Reform Party. I'm confused. Oh, and that's even better. Okay. And now that they're on the same side, does that mean that they'll combine? Oh, they all joined it. Holy jeez. Let's go. We have like all of our parties in government. That must be a good thing, right? It cannot be a bad thing. Intelligentsia are upset. Landowners are upset. That's a problem. Trade agreement from Brunei. Sure. Whatever you want, my dude. And then this revolution is going away with the freedom of conscience. So if I stopped trying to pass it, though, the Buddhists would go into the negative quite deeply. But at least the revolution's pretty much reset. So why don't we go ahead and nix this? And then let's see what happens. Is this going to go back up? The peasants are pissed. A lot of people are pissed, but hey, we're fine. We're doing fine. Now, politics, laws. Poor laws could go to wage subsidies. The industrialists would be pissed, and then we would miss out on the $100,000 per month that they're providing us. Probably don't do that. Censorship. The landowners would be radicalized. But it's really not that bad either. Oh no, the Buddhist monks. We can't have them go into the -10s. And then restricted labor laws for the children. Everybody loves this. For the children. The children, that's a 50% chance to succeed. Everybody loves it. It gets the trade unions on board, which gives us 10% worker freaking, like, our economy should boom. Our GDP should spike. We just had 10% more workforce ratio join. So more people are able to actually go to work. That's massive. Though we are getting held back by education access and technology spread. But, like, what's new? Let's go, capitalist. And what makes you so happy? You are at plus 14. Strongly oppose national supremacy. I mean, fair enough. But yeah, the new laws got everyone on board. And the political strength in the loyalist group is very high. Let's go. All right, we just got socialism. Uh-oh. We do not have enough, not construction center, government. Revenue. Okay, that's not how you want to look at a place. You want to look at Kansai. You want to go overview, and you want to say, look, we got 30% taxation not happening here. It's time to build a ton of stuff and up this bureaucracy. So that's good. Breeding and education. And innovators should leave why to others and focus on how. Yeah. Nobles must accept that they're behind the times. I do like that. Now, the only thing is, I don't need you to give me migration attraction. Like, it's cool, but I don't need it. What I do need is for the landowners not to put up a huge hissy fit when I start to pass something else. So let's go ahead and tell the landowners... Oh, I literally did the opposite. I was going to say, let's tell the landowners they're right and screw over everyone else. But that is fine. You can see the capital of where our bases are located. Come on, baby. Fieldworks, army defense, very good. Huge negative happening here. And that's probably because... Wait, why is that happening? Why did my investment pool just shatter? I didn't expect that to be. They were giving us 100k a second ago. They're still at large. That's costing us a pretty penny, I will say. And I don't really want to up taxation. It's a pretty slippery slope. It could piss off more people. I'm okay with that. And we're getting rifling next. That is awesome news. Yikes. It's just a lot of yikes. Also, we are incorporating a bunch of states. So let's go ahead and make sure that's happening down here and everywhere else. That's what's probably eating up our bureaucracy here. Yeah. Yeah. And we could reduce our colonial affairs. That's another way of getting through these hard times. However, I do like the colonialism right now in here. Do I need to declare interest on the other side of Papua? No, but I can tell them... You know what, actually? Focus purely on the left side so that you prevent any other countries from getting in. That's what I want. And I would love to just, like, invade or take over Tidor and a couple other of these countries. What do you have, Tidor? Are you producing anything? That's what I care about. Like, how big is your economy? Like, nothing? I mean, 500,000. That is a nice amount of economy to just go in and like, take. Specifically, they do have sugar and a couple other things I do like. No peasants, so they're already like maximum development. Interesting. Oh, railway cars. Perfect. So now we can probably up. So where we're having issues with, like, let's look here. Infrastructure. We need more infrastructure. Let's go down to the railways. And we had wooden carriages. If we go steel carriages, I don't know. Is that actually better? It's a better substitution, it says, because it is decreasing employment. I'm not sure that I like decreasing employment. I wouldn't mind electric trains, though. Oh, that would be real nice. Yeah, I thought this would be better. It says the substitution is. We can do it here and see what happens, but yeah, I really want electric locomotion here. And that's here. So we need electric capacitors. And honestly, more electricity I think is better. We are struggling with our coal. So even though, and it's kind of horse before the cart here, even though right now our electricity grid requires, oh no, our electricity grid requires engines, not coal. Interesting. So we're good to go. We just got to party. We got to party rock. Let's get another electric thing here. And look, our bureaucracy is finally cleaning itself out, so that's good. The reason why we had a shortfall all of a sudden is because we were getting the petit bourgeoisie plus 10%, and then that fell away. So we're working on it. We're working on it. Okay, so you might notice that once again, Prussia is exploding and a whole bunch of things are going on. So I'm wondering if now is a good time to say, hey, Prussia, why don't you recognize us as a country? Huh? How about that? Now, where do I see that our country bubble? Is it here? No, that's a market. Okay, where is diplomatic plays? I don't know. Is it this? War support. I mean, country definition. Get name. I don't know what to tell you, man. Is it? It's this up here in the top right. Okay. So now is where we could add war goals. I mean, what does war reparations do? A little bit of infamy for us, looking bad, adding some war goals in. And then sway country. How do I sway you? Diplomatic plays. I mean, I want to sway you during the diplomatic maneuvers phase. Yeah, okay. So this is the opening moves. He's fearful. And now we go into here and we say, hey, Italy, I can offer an obligations. And this, I don't know what this 20 is, but it's important to us that Italy sides with us in this. So let's see it. And everyone else is pretty much happy to stay neutral. War goal added. So they want Japanese reparations, but they're fearful. Military strength, and they have a bunch of loans and a bunch of turmoil. Very pessimistic. They're not liking it. We're not ready to back down, though. We'll tell you that. They have some people leaning to potentially helping them. What? Bavaria took over as the war goal. Is that... What? What? What happened? What happened to your country? Oh, Prussia's back together. But they got reorganized, so now we... forces Prussia to remove unrecognized status of Japan. But Prussia's not even part of the war anymore. Oh, this is the number of maneuvers remaining. Well, we don't have anyone left to sway. So let's see what they do. We're also pissing off Korea and China, only because I think I want them to be villainized as the baddies so that we can go to war with them and do what it is that we have to do. Can we also get some of these government administrations, perhaps, to be on the top side of the to-do list here? Because I can see our bureaucraticness kind of like leaning down, leaning up. It's close, but it's just not quite there. I mean, we might end up going to war here. I don't know. Oh, restricted child labor, yo. What? Why is it that we are gaining mortality for farmers? Was it just higher before and now it's lower? I don't know. But that did increase our ability to do even more education if we can. I think what we do is we dial back on the colonial affairs. But we're still, I mean, we don't need to do it right away, right? Like we have, I want to finish colonizing this, so maybe we don't do it right away. I don't know. I think that we just need to go on another building spree. And again, in Kansai, we have a tremendous amount of tax capacity available to us. So, in Kansai, let us build more government administration. And just keep blasting it until we can up our education some more. All right, let's check this out. It looks like we're counting down to war. Now, I don't know how I'm going to get to Bavaria, but we do have Italy on the hook for us here. So, I don't know how they'll get access to Bavaria. Lübeck, Holstein, Saxe, so it's basically these boys. War with Bavaria, so 2 arms. And honestly, we might not do anything. We might just let, you know, let the boys do it. What is our, like, war goal? Does it tell us, like, what? Like, we want to be recognized. So their war goal should be to come and, you know, get us. Right? Am I crazy? Base decay. I'm getting a huge amount because of my radical population. That's kind of bad. We're losing more, or not more than them, but quite a bit. Controls their war goals. We shouldn't have so many radicals in our country, I guess. But yeah, we're just chilling. We just want to be recognized, because once we're recognized, that's going to let us get more technology faster. It's going to give us more prestige, and it might recognize the fact that our GDP is larger than most of the great powers. So I think we deserve a little bit of party time. Anyways, this is where I'm going to end today's episode. It's a bit of a cliffhanger, but I'm not going to sit here and watch this tick down. And unless we can get military access, which, I mean, I don't know how we would do it. We can't actually get in at these, like, German provinces. We could go take Lübeck. Right here. Just this little dot. But I'm not sure yet. I'll have to look into, like, how to actually do war. I just kind of declared it and said, you know, we'll figure it out when we get there. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.